Good evening, everyone. We will be with you guys in a minute. We will start our Saturday Super Chat show. Share, so we can start. Good evening to everybody. We will be in a few seconds with you guys. Listening to the intro. How's everybody doing? God bless every single one of you that is watching. If you hear a little noise in the audio, just tell me. If you hear a little noise in the audio, just tell me. I don't know if we're having a technical difficulty right here, but good evening to everybody. Hope that this video gets shared and we can start. God bless every single one of you. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice. On this Saturday, we are doing a Super Chat show for every single one of you. God bless our country of Mexico, our city of Tijuana, and God bless the United States of America. Let's thank God for another day, to giving us 2 arms, 2 legs, a heart that we can feel, a mind that we can think, and eyes that we can see. Hopefully everybody is enjoying their Saturday. As I am not going to be, that long in this show, I would like to thank everybody for joining. Super Chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. And the first one, thank you so much, Ms. Janet Lance. God bless you. God bless you, Ms. Janet Lance. God bless you, really. Thank you so much. You always have been a great follower of ours, and also, always a great contributor. Thank you so much for supporting my work, and God bless every single one of you. Super Chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. God bless you. What is going on? What is going on in the situations right now? As there's a lot of things that is going on with immigration. There's a lot of things that is going on with China, Russia. There's a lot of things that is going on in the world. And, I want to thank, and particularly this individual doesn't want me to say their name or, what they do, what this individual does in a really particular, in her life or his life. I want to thank this person because it's been sending me a lot of information since I started. And I read all the information that you guys send me. Really, I do. And that's how, from there, I investigate and I listened. I base my information out of 3 journalists. One of them is from Europe. The other one it's from Mexico, and the other one is from the United States. So I base my information on those three because I'm always, I trust those three on what they're saying. One of them is biased, non-biased. The other one is biased to the right, and the other one is it's kind of like independent, and sometimes it carries to the left, sometimes it carries to the right. So it's important for everybody to know how the left is thinking and to know our enemy, and how ultimately that if we are carried to the right, how are we thinking? The conservative, independent people. And also how Europe is thinking. I want to thank also the TJ1000. My God, thank you so much. Contribution of $25. Thank you so much, TJ. God bless you. God bless every single one of you. And also I want to thank Cindy Butch. Miss Cindy, God bless you. Thank you so much. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. God bless you. Really, thank you so much. So let's start. What is going on? And this article was released. During the week. I like to do Saturday shows as a resume, or as what I did or what I said the whole week, and a synopsis of what I said and what informed the whole week. Also, that's why I do the Q&A on Saturdays for people to just want to talk about what is the situation of what we talked about during the week. But also want to add this. Look at this, what happened during the week. This is sickening what is going on in Arizona. Whoever lives in Arizona, in the parts of Yuma, in the parts of specifically parts of Yuma, there's other parts that they're really difficult. A recap. Thank you so much, Ms. Deborah Smith. Sometimes I have the words, but I forget. And what is going on in Arizona, the enormous trafficking of children, the enormous human smuggling, the enormous trafficking of people. It is incredible what is happening in Yuma, and nobody is doing, an effort to support the Border Patrol, to support the United States Customs, to support ICE. And this is continuing, even with COVID. Work does not stop for the Border Patrol, and work does not stop for the people that they're protecting the borders. And a lot of these children are being trafficked. And the left and the Democrats and the liberals say that the necessity is so bad. The necessity is so bad. Man, I live in a city that is number one for violence and delinquents in the world, and you don't see me jumping or running across the river. The necessity is bad, brother. But let's do things right. And this is continuing. And the article from the AC Central says, dozens of undocumented migrants arrested at a humanitarian camp in Arabaca. This article was published on August 1st on 2020. You can see actually 2 units and 2 horses right there. And the article goes on and says like this: U.S. Border Patrol agents arrested more than 3 dozen undocumented migrants at a camp used by humanitarian organization No More Deaths. This organization, No More Deaths, Cindy Gomez Shemp and Duke Gomez Shemp from a Mexican Crossing Lines did an specifically show that I love, that show that they did on this organization. If you guys want to know about this organization that is called No More Deaths, go and find the show of a Mexican Crossing Lines when Cindy and Duke Gomez Shemp. And they found this is not the first time that this organization, this nonprofit organization, as I've been telling you guys, there's a lot of nonprofit organizations that they are working in Mexico, in my country, as I have exposed these people, these punk activists, that they are using migrants to get the benefit and make fake marriages and fake families. So this article, let me just return back the image so you guys can see, for the people that are just joining in, how you doing. This article was released by the AC Central. Dozens of undocumented migrants arrested in Arabaca. And now you go to the main cream and butter, the main peanut butter and jelly. Who are these people hosting? And there's a lot of this activist organization, nonprofits in Arizona, and No More Deaths is one of them. On Friday, they were, detained a day after the agency raided the camp and set up surveillance in the area. So they know that this nonprofit organization, Name No More Deaths, is the one that is providing irregular entrancy to the United States of America. The majority of them, liberals and Democrats. The majority of them, anarchists, that they are against your system, and they don't want no law and order. They don't want nothing. The article continues to go on saying personnel from various sectors of the agency assisted in serving federal search warrant on the camp. Customs and Border Patrol told the Arizona Republic in an email. But the most concerning thing about this article is this. Upon the arrival to the camp, agents found more than 3,000 undocumented migrants by the agency said. The agency did not immediately respond to the further questions about the incident. No More Deaths described the incident as a military-style assault. Again, this is what the liberals and what Democrats do. Immediately, they get caught. You're harassing me. You're stalking me. You're a narcissist. You're a fascist. You are, a non-humanitarian person. You're violating my rights. You're violating my international rights. You're violating everything. You are the worst person in the world. So when they get caught, they don't know what to say, but, justify themselves with their international human rights. That is why the Commission International of Human Rights is so penetrated and is so abundant in our country of Mexico with the United Nations. And that is what these kind of nonprofits, they are trying to do to implement this at the border. It's a great business for sex trafficking, for human trafficking, for child trafficking. So after they get busted, No More Deaths says this is a military-style assault on Twitter, saying the agents spent 2 hours chasing and arresting people who were receiving care as well as aid workers. Detainees' phones, which may have included video footage of the raid, were confiscated, and the organization said it also agents did not present a search warrant and were not wearing masks. So let me get this straight. So you're trafficking people, possibly trafficking children. We don't know if these immigrants have been through a worse scenario or what their background is, if they committed, a crime before in the United States and they got deported and they're coming back illegally. We don't know their record, but you are advocating for this. This is what Democrats want to advocate for Joe Biden, sniffing on little kids and little girls. This is what they want to advocate. And No More Deaths got busted with their hands full, and then they came out and says it was the third. The article goes on and says it was the third such raid since 2017. At the second in less than 24 hours, the group claims the Border Patrol is retaliating against them for publishing several agency emails earlier in the week about 2017 to raid the camp. Let me get this straight: these nonprofits, man, holy cow, we have those over here. And the most incredible thing about these people is that these liberals from the United States citizens, these liberals and Democrats, they think that making fake families and trafficking children and making fake marriages, it is part of being okay. This is the most unbelievable thing, that they think that it is okay. They don't believe that that is against the law. No More Deaths. They just got busted in Yuma, Arizona, and they believe that it's okay. It's okay. It is against their rights. It is against, they're violating your rights. The Border Patrol was with no search warrant. Hold on a minute. You have dozens of irregular people in the property of the United States of America, and you are telling me that they need a warrant to go in there. At the meantime that they get the warrant, you get the hell out and you return back, and then you run against the, you run through the mountains to escape. They don't have a warrant. They are violating our rights. Is that what you want? It's amazing what these nonprofit organizations are doing. And the most damaging thing is that, the president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, started to, the word that he that he uses a lot, started to drain the swamp. In the administration of Obama, these nonprofit organizations, they were freely working in your country without no arrest, without no exposure, working and trafficking children. Remember the statistic that I gave you? In the Obama administration in 2014, they found the children and separated in cages. This is a fact. And in 2014 to 2015, more than 90,000 kids got released and trafficked to Mexico, disappeared, recycling business, and thrown out to sex traffickers. Nobody knows where these kids are at. There's no map. There's no information. There's no return back to sender. There's no nothing. This happened in the administration of Obama. And nobody is doing and saying anything about it. And now all these nonprofits that they were working freely in the administration of Obama, now that Trump is here, everybody's getting exposed and they're not letting them work. This is why they started using their, feminist tactics, their Me Too tactics, their activist tactics of feeling a victim, of feeling oppressed. You are around the sensitivity area. There's a lot of people, I know that you're oppressed, but you're in a sensitivity area. So can you stop please recording? Hell no. Who in the hell are you to tell me to stop recording when you're exposed, when you are doing wrong right there? It's amazing that you are making fake families and you're making a business and you're making a mockery out of migrants, out of people. All these globalists and all these United Nations organizations, they are making a mockery out of the system. And they're not being held accountable. Nobody's being held accountable for this. This is what a disgrace to the United States of America is doing. These nonprofit organizations, like No More Debts. It's a disgrace. Es una desgracia, es una vergüenza how they're using our country of Mexico to traffic people into the United States of America. And when we expose them or we confront them, they teach you and they tell you, you are a narcissist. You are a racist. You are against humanity and human rights. Get the hell out of here. Who the hell you are? You are a foreigner helping a foreigner in a foreign country, violating our Constitution and stepping all over the law. Not only in Mexico, but in your country as soon as you move over there. It's amazing. It's incredible. And again, No More Debts, this nonprofit organization gets exposed, people. So everybody wants to know about No More Debts. You can go into the show of Cindy and Gomez Shemp, A Mexican Crossing Lines. They have been exposing No More Debts like you don't even imagine. No More Debts is one of the organizations that has been trafficking children and women, sex trafficking. There is another thing that nobody's talking about. I remember a video that I did in the Agape shelter when there was a woman that said, I had to sleep with the coyotes to get to the United States. And when I got to the border, that left me stranded. I got that interview. That left me stranded in a mountain where I thought that I was in the United States. But I wasn't. I was in Mexico. I got raped. I got violated. And also, I am pregnant with the coyote. It's disgusting. And all of these crimes, and all of these unhuman crimes that they are occurring to migrants, these organizations like No More Debts, like Caravan Support Network or Border Support Network, all these leftist radical activists, they advocate for this. They're sick in the damn head. And they continue to push this agenda and push it into a point that they tell it's Trump that is doing it. It's Trump that is doing it. It's not us. They project. It's one of their strategies. My God, they have perfection, that strategy. But now everybody looks through their eyes and everybody understands what they're doing. And, this is one of the things that is pretty alarming, if dozens were captured in the border of Yuma in Aravaca, how many of them have COVID? Are they sick? Have they infected the Border Patrol agents? Their obligation is to protect the country. Have they did a study on if they're infected with COVID or not? And if one of them has symptoms, how is he going to get attended? And how, what I've been telling you, in Tijuana, they're deporting people and they're putting them in a hotel in Tijuana where they are sick. They're returning them from the United States of America with 40% of infected of COVID. So those people ultimately come to Mexico and then they get released when they created antibodies, when they're positive, but their level of infection is low. So the peak goes up inevitably. And right now, the situation with COVID is so alarming. It's so alarming that, this is crazy what I'm going to put in the screen right now. For everybody that is watching, how's everybody doing? I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News and America's Voice News. Thank you so much for watching. Super Chat is on the bottom for people that want to contribute and donate to my work. Thank you so much for joining. These are the 10 most discussed tech topics during COVID-19. And it has to do a lot with the New World Order. It has to do a lot with the Agenda 2030. It has to do a lot with China is doing. It has to do a lot with Russia is doing to the world. It has to do a lot with what the United Nations is doing. It has to do a lot with what the Agenda 2030, what the World Health Organization is doing, what everything is doing. Why technology is part of COVID-19. Why the 5G is part of the Agenda 2030. 5G is not part of COVID. Get that theory and that, that craziness about it. No, COVID is a different thing, but 5G is part of the New World Order. Your conspiracy theories, get them out. And these are the 10 most discussed tech topics during COVID-19. This article that it was released by the World Economic Forum. And you get this article and says something like that. A part of work identifying promising technology uses cases to combat COVID. The Boston Consulting Group recently used contextual as to analyze more than 150 million English language media articles from 30 countries published between December 2019 and May 2020. While the research reflects media coverage and not technology development, the analysis still reveals a range of shifting interests. The shift can give a sense for how the world has refocused itself to tackle the crisis in short term. The findings also show that crisis could be leaving some key risks or solutions under discussed or underexplored, potentially creating new vulnerabilities. This is really important. I will tell you why. Because everybody is focusing, and you guys need to focus, not on mainstream media. This is what mainstream media does. It's stupidity to our mind. It controls the population. It's just stupidity to our mind. And the thing is that, the thing is that everybody, it believes, if you believe in CNN, you believe in MSNBC, ABC, and all these channels, the problem is that you're going to be part of this. And the thing is that, how is it affecting the technology? What is it that we've been talking about? Guys, remember when I started talking about, AI? And guys, remember when I started talking about that? I was saying, I want to say hi to Miss Jannerlinga. God bless you, Miss Jannerlinga. Also to everybody that is joining the feed. Rain, how you doing? Good evening to you. Good evening to everybody. Share this so we can get more people in the feed. Thank you so much. And we've been talking about, technology, how it has to do a lot, and COVID has to do a lot with the, the New World Order. And this is one of the things that this article says, and it's amazing. Tech Talk after and before COVID. And the article says, as can be seen in the below figure, only half of the top tech telco topics pre-COVID remain in the top 10 during COVID. This speaks to a fundamental change in core of interest and principal concerns. So what it was before COVID, a lot of people were understanding that pre-COVID, the most discussed tech and telco topics were business insights. Why business insights? The economy collapse. How it's everything. It was going to affect the economy when it was, everybody was talking about the international treaty between the United States and China, how this was going to be, it was a complete destruction, how they were trying to put the new currency in and all of this stuff. So that was a one topic. Now, AI and machine learning. This is another topic that was talked about. Why? Because it was part of the New World Order. Everybody sees what it's doing. Everybody sees that the new currency is coming in. Now everybody's going to understand that they're trying to push humanity to the side so they can have control of the state and they can have control of humanity so they can push us to a side and give us a nice stimulus check every month so they will have control of everything that we're doing. Thank you so much to Sniper. God bless you. Thank you so much for your donation, $24.99. God bless you, Sniper. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you so much. People that want to donate and contribute to our work, Super Chat is on the bottom. So AI was one of them, right? AI. We talked about that. Lot, 8.8%. Blockchain, 8.6%. China and Huawei. Why before COVID, China and Huawei were topics? Because of the 5G. Now it's a world topic, and it is a topic where the United States and Mike Pompeo have exposed the world. And what is China doing in the Chinese Sea? That they're doing nuclear testing and they're doing 5G testing with the company of Huawei. And now Mike Pompeo and William Barr have blocked a lot of countries. They have opened their eyes so they will not let the Chinese technology enter. It was another statement released by the government of the United States that TikTok was going to get, banned from the United States. And also the governmental offices and people that work in the government, their laptops and their technology phones, their smartphones cannot use no Chinese apps. So Chinese apps, like telecom, that is another one that is fundamentally involved in the United States, are going to get eliminated. Huawei and China was one of the pre-COVID topics that it was more talked about and it was more Googled or searched in technology. Amazing how now we are talking about it constantly. Data analysis, 5G, look at this, robotics, cybersecurity, and delivery drones. Amazing. All these things were pre-COVID, and now what are the topics that we're talking about now during COVID? The most discussed tech and telco topics: data analytics. Why data analytics? Because everybody consistently, they're searching for new data on what is the numbers and the real numbers on COVID. When you talk about Johns Hopkins, and you say Johns Hopkins, and Johns Hopkins has released a statement saying that more than 150,000 people have died, more than 50 million, people have been tested, more than 4 million have been infected. People start searching and researching to know if it is truth or not. So data analytics have been one of the number one key things that they have been searching in the COVID phase. Data analytics. Why? People are scared. Because if you throw a number and you start throwing a number, let's say data analytics. I'm the one that has been searching on data also. The incredible number that it was given right now about the gross domestic product of the United States dropping 32 to 34%. And another data analytics saying, you know what, China's up 3.2%. That is impossible. Us, that we're constantly searching on finding data and numbers around COVID and around numbers, of infected people and how, in certain states, in the United States, they're going to use mailed-in ballots. That is the number one now topic. And it's no shocker. I will tell you, a lot of people send me consistently messages of the statistics, stats, things that is happening around the world. If I talk about a topic that a lot of people like in the mornings that we've been having large audiences in the morning, a lot of people are sending me messages about statistics and stats. So data analytics is one of them. Now, another one, 5G, it jumped. Look, it was on number 7 before COVID, and now it is on the second place. Why? Because of what is China doing. This is the reason why everybody has searching China, but now they're opening their eyes and they're searching, not China in particular. They're searching what they're doing, the 5G, nuclear weapons, the military. So they search a specific, topics or specific, information that they want to get. People are waking up. People are understanding what this new agenda of 2030 wants to do to the world. This is really important for everybody to see. Now, telemedicine, the cure, the vaccine. How is it going to get resolved? How this situation is going to get resolved around the world? How is this situation going to be fixed? Is the vaccine okay? What does the vaccine contain? Are we going to be okay with the vaccine? What is the vaccine about? These are topics that everybody is researching constantly. I will be a little bit more quicker. Delivery, drones, AI, and machine learning. It dropped because people are more concerned about numbers and what is going to happen in the future. AR, VR, blockchain, distance learning, biotech, and medtech that is, finding the companies and the pharmaceutical companies that they're advocating for this vaccine, and also protective equipment, the mask, the shield, the funny video that I did in the morning with the goggles and all that stuff, using sarcasm to make people understand what they are going to do with our lives. Those funny videos that I do, they have a purpose. It's not just mocking and making fun. It's to make you understand what is the world turning into. It is okay to be protected, and it is okay to feel safe. But it's more important to understand that we have the solution ourselves. We can make an immune system so strongly that we can digest that bacteria of COVID and let it out. Vitamin C, vitamin D. Eat healthy, do exercise, hydroxychloroquine. So all of those stuff, is really important. Good evening to everybody that is joining in. Super Chat is on the bottom for people who want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let's move on to the next topic. It's amazing how we are now changing and we are searching for different topics every day. And we are more open because there's a lot of people that they're talking about this. One of the guys that talks a lot is Tim Pool. He's a really informative guy. He has a beanie. He looks like he was a liberal before. He was an activist. And then he turned around and he started recording the activists. And now he's an independent, but he sounds conservative. As I was, I've always been a conservative of nature, but I've always been independent. But now that I open my eyes, you always carry yourself now to the right, because the left is extremely disgusting. The left is extremely disgusting. Socialist, communist, liberalism, all of this that is killing the world. Globalists, child trafficking, human smuggling, all of this. It's amazing. It's amazing what everything that is happening. And not only that, it's the things that Donald Trump doesn't get appreciated by. And I got two topics. This one is really important for, Native Americans. Also that, they say that Donald Trump is a white supremacist guy, that he only cares about white people. Saludos a Beto Alfa Noticias. I want to say hi to Beto Alfa Noticias. He has more than 100,000 followers at YouTube. Incredible, informative reporter and also independent journalist. God bless you, brother. Dios te bendiga, mi Betito. Más de 100,000 seguidores en YouTube. Síganlo, por favor. Un increíble informador y patriota de nuestro gran país y nuestra hermosa bandera de México. Saludos, mi Beto. And this article that it was sent to me by somebody that I respect a lot. It says this, and it was published in my page. Trump administration established the first cold case task force office for missing and murdered American Indians and Alaska Natives. Whew, fire, man. This is fire. This right here. This is fire, man. This is extremely important. As you know, Donald Trump is trying to get that Native American vote. Donald Trump is trying to get that Hispanic vote because he received Vanessa Guillen's family. And I responded to one guy that, I made a post the other day about Trump. And he came in there and he says, oh, yeah, he's trying to get the Hispanic vote. And I told him, oh, exactly like Biden, that he was talking to the Muslim people last week and preaching the Quran, right? He's trying to get that Muslim vote, right? Silence, crickets. But as he is the president, look what he's doing. The article says Trump administration establishes the first cold case task force office for missing and murdered American Indians and Alaska Natives. MMIW finally gets some attention, where the media has ignored the thousands of missing and murdered Indian women and girls. Wow. So the Obama administration was not doing anything? The George Bush Jr. administration was not doing anything? The Clinton administration was not doing anything? And now Trump comes out with this, and it says, today the U.S. Secretary of the Interior, David L. Bernhardt, senior advisor to the President Ivanka Trump, and Assistant Secretary, Indian Affairs, Tara Katuk Sweeney, established the first of 7 offices dedicated of solving cold cases involving missing and murdered American Indians and Alaskan Natives. And the article continues and says, according to the Federal Bureau of Investigation's National Crime Information Center, there are more than 1,400 unresolved, my God, American Indian and Alaska Native missing person cases in the U.S. Of that, 136 cases are in Minnesota. Who's in Minnesota? Ilhan Omar, right? Ilhan Omar? Wow. They're not talking about this? Has Ilhan Omar talked about this particular topic? Has Ilhan Omar talked about a little bit of this? Has she ever got up on the on a podium and said, we need to talk about this, man. We need to talk about this. We need to talk about the missing American people, American Indian people, and Alaskan, American Indian people. We need to talk. Has she touched this subject? Have you ever heard her talking about this? And then the article goes on by saying, to address the crisis, President Trump signed executive order November 26th of 2019. President Trump created a task force to support tribal communities, reduce the staggering number of violent crimes committed against American Indians and Alaska Natives, and close out of hundreds of cold cases, said the Secretary Bernhardt. The Trump administration is committed to justice and working alongside these tribal communities to restore the peace and prosperity. Amazing. Amazing. He's not doing only incredible things for just the particular race, like they're saying. Like all these Democrats are saying, he's only for white supremacy. And you see these kind of articles, and you see what he did in the international treaty with Canada, United States, and Mexico, the TEMEC, on giving the farmers, the Mexican farmers that they're going to work in the United States land, doubling them the salary, trying to get the DACA recipients a pathway to citizenship. And now The Native Alaskans and the American Indians are getting this. But he doesn't care, right? He doesn't care. He's a racist. He's the one that is working with Russia, right? He's going to get impeached, right? What happened to all of that? Why nobody talks about this? Why mainstream media never talks about this? Why CNN, MSNBC, Telemundo, Univision never say a word about this? Because they're not going to. They're not going to. And amazingly, it is important for us to inform that every time that the president of the United States, this is one of the reasons why you have to reelect this president. If Biden comes in, it's done. And I'm just being honest. As a foreign Mexican, foreign to your country, I'm being honest. My border is going to get affected. Our country is going to be done. AMLO is for socialism. Our president of Mexico is for socialism and globalization. This globalist agenda from the United Nations. Joe Biden loves China. And believe me, AMLO, our president, wants the model of China in our world and in our country. So if Biden wins, my God, it's automatic destruction. And one of the things that is automatic destruction is how technology is changing and how they are getting us adjusted to what is coming. And we are not saying or doing anything about it because it's happening behind our backs. Meanwhile, we are so focused on what is happening in Portland with riots, with Black Lives Matter, what is happening here, what is happening there. I told you there's a lot of things going on in Venezuela and Iran and Iraq. You have seen what happened in Lebanon and Beirut. As Benjamin Netanyahu, the prime minister of Israel, was the one that told the world since 2014 they're hiding guns over there and Russia is feeding them. Why William Barr wants to talk in the international meeting of the United Nations and say Russia is the one that is feeding guns to Iran. That is the chain of where the guns are coming from to Hezbollah. But nobody's saying anything about it, right? Nobody's talking about it. And one of the things that is really important for everybody to see is this. Could this COVID-19 health passport be the future of travel and events? Wow. Now we're getting a passport. So not only a vaccine, but we're getting a passport to identify, exactly like the 5G technology, to identify where we're going, to identify where we're at, to identify everything, right? Right? Patty Borja, I want to thank Patty Borja. Thank you so much, Miss Patty. Muchísimas gracias. Dios me la bendiga. A 199 contribution. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you with all my heart. This is amazing. So we're getting this technology now. And this article said this. Could this COVID-19 health passport be the future of travel and events? And the article continues and says, new app COVID Pass aims to help people free of coronavirus to move around safely. Wow. So now they're going to tell which people can travel and which not. Like Macron, the president of France, and the prime minister of Germany, they're creating an organization for future pandemics. So there's going to be more pandemics. How the World Health Organization and their director general said every 100 years there's going to be pandemics, so you better watch out. And this pandemic is not going to be fixed in the short term, it's going to be fixed in the long term. Wow. So now, if you got a little bit of a symptom, you're not going to be able to travel freely. Control of what? Of your life. Control of absolute population. This is, I tell you where to move. I tell you where you're going. And I tell you definitely if you're going or not. It is exactly what China just said the other day. They said, we are going to reinvent the internet. And as we are going to reinvent the internet has to go back to the government, not in the hands of the public. China said that. What is that telling you? That they want to control the whole technology. Not let the population set it. Not let the population have it. Who is going through that phase right now? China, ultimately. Venezuela and Central America. And they try to implement it into India. But the India opened their eyes thanks to Mike Pompeo and William Barr. So the India woke up and said, TikTok, you are out of our country. Get the hell out. And India is working with Israel with a prevention method that Israel has invented for people to prevent and to detect if they are possibly with COVID or with COVID. Countries are waking up. Not only Taiwan, Japan, Hong Kong, the colony of Hong Kong, the UK, the European Union, and Taiwan, Australia, New Zealand, all these countries are waking up and they're understanding what China is trying to do. But they're ultimately canceling their entrance to this technology, as Donald Trump has just done. That he doesn't want no Chinese technology in the government. He just said right now to everybody, we are not going to have no Chinese technology in our governmental offices. Thank you so much to MRC Red Badger. Thank you so much. God bless you. $10 contribution. Bless you, Mr. Blue. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. And Ms. Pati Borja, another contribution for 99 cents. Thank you so much. God bless you. God bless you. Thank you. Thank you. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. God bless every single one of you. So let's go back to this passport thing. Now they're going to have a passport that is going to tell you if you can go or not. So let's go to the article in the World Economic Forum. And it goes something. The passport has this: rising COVID-19 infection rates pose a threat to global tourism. What I told you about these words that these big companies and big, newspapers or big informative, companies that they are doing, they're using key words like the threat that China put as the chief commander of their military released the last threat on saying, we are not going to let you bully us. You stop or there's going to be consequences. The prime minister of China said, if you don't start bullying us and if you don't stop the United States, we are going to energetically react. Keyword energetically. And now right here in this article, it says the COVID-19 infection rates pose a threat to global tourism. Why global tourism? Because a lot of people have been traveling with symptoms, so they're trying to control that. A new app acts as a health passport for travelers who are free of the virus. Oh, wow. A new health passport, right? So who did you ask? You asked the population if they were okay to have a health passport? So if I don't have a health passport, I'm not going to be able to travel freely? Isn't that my human right? So if I don't vaccinate myself, I'm part of the problem and I'm not helping humanity. So now if I don't take care of the passport, I'm not helping humanity. So I am a cause of infection to humanity. So I'm not preventing the virus to be spread. Why don't you want to take the international passport? It's amazing. It's amazing. And the most amazing thing is that now they're using these kind of tactics to control you. Using blockchain technology, it provides an encrypted record to a test result. Holy cow. Point number 3. Point number 4. Its creators say it could allow healthy travelers to avoid quarantine. Avoid quarantine. So you are telling a passport is going to determine how many days you need to stay, or if you're violating your quarantine, or it's going to violate your right? A technology passport? Wow. Amazing. And the app could also allow sports and entertainment venues to open safely, as well as the global conference and exhibition industry. You checked out point number 1. I've been telling you about these articles. Read the key words. Rising COVID-19 infection rates pose a threat to global tourism. And point number 2, 3, 4, and 5. Lastly, it says the app could also allow sports and entertainment venues to reopen safely, as well as the global conference. Oh my God, these globalist people, they're so obvious, man. Oh my God, George Soros, you need to be prosecuted, man. And everybody needs to defund the UN. Everybody needs to defund the UN. This is unbelievable. It's another control of your life. This is coming. Like I've been telling, transhumanism is another control of your life. An ID, an international ID that shows your actual information, and it has a chip in the back. So they will actually scan that, and they will know who you are, your family, where do you live, where you're going, if you've been sick, what kind of sicknesses do you have, an identity of your kid, an identity violation of your private information. Authorities and government and the New World Order is going to have it. Exactly. This is a taste. This is a test. COVID is part of the New World Order. It was a virus that it was created to decrease population, but it's also a test. It's also a piece of a puzzle that adds to another one that is for technology. Now, because of COVID, we need a passport that tells us that you're okay to travel. And that passport is going to have every information of you, if you're okay, healthy, or if you are not. And you're going to apply in a globalist platform that is going to have all your globalist information. And these globalists are going to determine if you're okay to travel or not. Amazing. And it continues. It continues to exist. Now, for people that are saying COVID does not exist, my God, I don't know how to demonstrate that, because it was a virus that it was created by China to kill population. It has affected the world and the economy. Millions of people are dying. It's a number, Oscar. They're lying. It's just a flu. No. It was a virus to kill people, and it's a reality, and it's the truth. If you don't like what I'm saying, get out. Because it's the truth. And I'm saying COVID is part of the New World Order, and it's part of this globalist agenda. You're seeing it right here. I just put, what else do you need? Documents, they say right here that it's part of the globalist, how to control where you're going and where you're going to travel. What else do you need? Do you need something else? Do you need something else? So tourism right now is going to be controlled by who? Globalists. So hotels and travel agencies, airplanes, airplane companies, they're going to be controlled by who? Globalists. You want to go to Cancun? Globalists are going to tell you when are you going to go and how you're going to go. Not only that, global is going to control how the amount of tourism. It's summer over there in Mexico. Let everybody in. Everybody give them a passport. It's Christmas. Everybody give them a passport. I want to thank again Ms. Patricia Borja for another contribution. $2. Will the vaccines sterilize the children? Ah, si las vacunas esterilizarán a los niños. I don't know. I don't know. I will tell you something. And I don't know if I was wrong or if I was. I will answer your question as soon as I finish this. But you know what? I will answer it right now. I did not vaccinate, or I did not give the vaccine to my kid of influenza. Over here to go to school, they're asking for your shot card. And if you have every shot in your card, they will let you go to school. So in this school that my kid is going, that my kid was going to go, they told me, Mr. Ramirez, your kid doesn't have the vaccine for the influenza. We need you to go to the health department and get him the vaccine. So I said, no, not. I don't like the vaccine of influenza. I think that is the virus, that is inside of the body. This is a virus inside, to affect the body, to get it out, and also to make people think that you're immune. So I don't agree with it. I would like to pay my monthly fee for my kid to come in to school, and that's it. No, you don't understand. If he doesn't have the vaccine, I'm not going to let him in. I'm like, the hell with you. I will find a school that will let my kid go in. The hell with you. You're not going to tell me what, because of the education, you're going to tell me what to put on my kid and what not. This experience that just happened to me, it is exactly what this globalist compact of education is going to bring. It's not that they're just this globalist compact of education that is going to be brought by the Vatican. It's not only is going to change the educational system. No, it's going to tell you what you need to have an education. And believe me, this globalist compact of education is going to bring vaccination. It's going to bring a lot of things that you're going to be like, what the hell? I need this to get an education now? So I need to get a shot? So I need to go to a course that is going to teach me how, globalist education is going to be? I need to give all my personal information to all these globalist people to get an education? I need to give all the private information I need to put a chip on my body. Now I need to be tracked. All of this is part of them. So if you're asking me, Ms. Patti Borja, if, the question was, let me go back right here. There's a lot of comments. They're going, will the vaccines sterilize the children? I don't know the side effects. One of the side effects that I saw on the one that Modern pharmaceutical company with, the fraud, Anthony Fauci, was that one of the side effects was anxiety. So I don't know. This is why I say Russia just made the vaccine in less than a year. That is impossible. You cannot make a vaccine less than a year. It is remotely impossible. You're not checking and you're not, inspectioning the amounts of what a person needs that has diabetes, high blood pressure, hypertension, all of this stuff. This is why Russia already had the vaccine before the virus. When they created the virus, they had the cure. Now there's a strategy to release it when the necessity of people and when the peaks of COVID are going to go up. How do they know in August and November peaks of COVID are going to go up? How in the hell you're gonna call the rain guy and say, hey, rain guy, just spread it all over the world? The hell happened with that? And this right here, people, it is really important as we are reading this using keywords. I learned this by Gilberto Lozano. Gilberto Lozano is a guy that used to be the president for a professional soccer team over here. He's a lawyer. And also Gilberto Lozano is a guy that I admire, is a guy that I have done, a couple of interviews with. He has a program that is called Frena right now and is against the president AMLO, the socialist president. And he's the leader and he's been in multiple platforms. He's a friend of mine. So he has taught me to say, Blue, And this also they teach you at school, but they teach you that if they use a word more than 2 times, it is because they're trying to put a statement out there. So whenever you're reading an article, people, and if you see these kind of words, global, 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 they want you understand it, they want you analyze, and they want to digest you, and they want to brainwash you into a point that you're saying global, 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 global. It's okay. Global, it's okay. Global, it's okay. This word global is, let's globalize children. Global, I heard it in an article. Yes, it's okay. Let's globalize drugs. Okay, I heard it. Let's globalize the immigration. Yeah, I heard it on the education. I heard it on water. I heard it on this, heard it on that. So it's okay, it's a word. No, it's part of their indoctrination process. So we need to be really careful when we're reading global, 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 like this article that is telling you, right, because of the rising of COVID-19 infection rates pose a threat to global tourism. Now, tourism has become a global problem. Now, you go back over here. The app could also allow sports and entertainment venues to reopen safely, as well as the global conference and exhibition industry. Why you are trying to push me to just only understand global? Sports are global now. It's part of the globalist agenda. Really important that we read that. There was a question right here, and I will try to answer the question. Where are you? I'm sorry if there's a little bit of comments. I skipped the question. But I will advance in the topic, and hopefully you will ask it again, so I will catch it. When I finish, I will answer all your Q&As. So let's go to the other topic right here. This is one of the proudest moments that I talked about in Spanish, and this is one of the proudest moments as a Mexican. As a Mexican, I feel extremely proud. This right here, this guy right here, all the way to the far left, was an actor in Mexico, a really famous actor, really dapper guy, good-looking guy. His name is Eduardo Verastegui. Eduardo Verastegui started, as an actor, and he was a liberal. And he left that life. And he began his journey as a full-time Catholic. And now his platform has more than 1.2 million followers. And Eduardo Verastegui dedicates his platform to pray every day a rosary to the Virgin Mary and to God, to our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And he has foundations of child trafficking, of sex trafficking, of abuse of women, of injustice, and he's been giving back to society. And I've been following him, and I've been watching him and seeing, is this guy for true or is he a lie? And after a little while, I started seeing wow, it's a fact. The guy is really dedicated to change the world, to help to stop the trafficking of children and the pedophilia. And he got invited to the White House. And he's sitting down next to the translator and to Trump. And Trump is listening to him about child trafficking and human smuggling and the insecurities in our borders. My God, I feel so proud that a Mexican accomplished it. To go all the way to the White House, a Mexican actor that has been doing a lot, and he's a conservative Mexican actor, that he has been doing a lot for our country. And he has an organization that stops child trafficking and abuse of women, to let the leader of the world, that is the United States of America with Donald Trump, sit down at the same table and listen to the problem that is happening in your country and in the borders. It is a remarkable achievement. And now Hispanics and Mexicans are telling him that he's a traitor. Wow. That he's a traitor because he sat down with Trump. Wow. What have you done, Democrat Hispanics, to stop child trafficking? Why you get hurt when reality and truth hits you in the face? More than 34,000 children have been trafficked into caravans. More than 6,200 families, fake families, they were trafficked in the year of 2019 to 2020. And more than 4,800 families were trafficked in the 2017 to 2018. Violence of cartels. We're number one for cartel activity in the world. Number two for child trafficking. Number two for killings of women. Is it a lie? You go to the federal prisons and they're packed with Hispanics and Mexicans of irregular entrance, conspiracy to distribute, drug trafficking. It is full. Like in prisons, it is full with, white pedophiles. It is a problem in the United States. Whites are not going to get butthurt. And if I say, the white community has a problem with white pedophilia, with white pedophiles, that is the highest number. It is a reality and it's a number. It's not about race. It's not about which country are you coming from. It's about fixing the damn problem. Why we as Mexicans, when always a Mexican moves forward, when he's accomplishing things, when he's doing beautiful things for his country, why we have to pull his legs and criticize him and crucify him as a traitor? When he's sitting down to Donald Trump discussing about child trafficking and helping not only Mexico, but the United States to stop it. Why? Beautiful man that he accomplished a lot on that day. Congratulations, Eduardo. You did a phenomenal thing. I am proud as a Mexican citizen of you to sit down with this man and express the problem that is occurring. Save the children. My God, look at this. Look at these pictures, man. Look how proud this moment is. Look how beautiful this is. Man, I want to cry so much, man. I want to cry so much of this. This is an accomplishment to the Mexican people. Have you seen our president of Mexico sitting down with President Trump like this and discussing about child trafficking, human smuggling, abuse of women and killings of women in our country? How can we stop it, Trump? How can we do it? Tell me. I have a foundation. I have an organization. I'm doing this kind of stuff to stop it. Help me so I can, illustrate me so I can stop it more. Look at this proud moment, man. This is beautiful. Look at his face. Look at Trump. This is a proud moment. Look at him. Right there on the White House, outside in the park, right there, enjoying his day. And he did not know that he was going to get criticized and crucified by his own people. Why? You're mad because we got a real problem in our borders? Now every Mexican is going to lie to me that we don't have a cartel problem? More than 58,000 deaths on the first 20 months of the administration of AMLO? More than 5,800 murders of women, making him the most violent president since the revolution? And you're telling me that this man went to the White House and now it's his fault and he's a traitor? But you were praying with him over there on his platform not too long ago. You were praying with him and you were watching him. Thousands of people watch this guy pray every day. I check his platform and when I see him praying 12,000, 13, 15,000, I'm like, my God, this guy has the Spirit of God in him, man. He has the Spirit of God in him. So proud of my paisano, orgullo, carajo, orgullo, chingado, de lo que has hecho. I'm so proud of what you did. I'm so proud of what you have done. All the way to the White House. To sit down, not to take a picture and like, I'm here with the president. You're not doing anything for the country. This is an accomplishment. This is a huge accomplishment. This right here, sitting down and talking about a problem, not having dinner and having a couple of drinks. No, this is an accomplishment. If you have a purpose of fixing a problem and trying to do something about it, what an accomplishment to sit down with the greatest president in the world. For me, this is a huge accomplishment. I'm really proud to say that. Look at this picture. Look at this. Man, Trump is tall, man. Trump is tall. He's like 72. I'm like, how old is he? 72, 74? And he's still tall, man. Look at this people, man. It's a beautiful picture. Beautiful picture. Beautiful. And it's amazing how we crucify our own people. This is an accomplishment. When has a Mexican actor went to Biden to get help for trafficking of children? Or to Obama? When? Tell me one time that a Mexican citizen, a successful politician, has gone to the Democrats, to the Obama administration, or to Trump, or to Biden, to sit down with them and say, you know what, we need to talk about child trafficking and how can we stop it? We need to talk about this. We really need to talk about it. When? Just tell me one time. This right here. Hispanics get mad because facts are in their face. In 2014, more than 90,000 kids in the Obama administration gone missing. The cages were made in the Obama administration. The United States is doing good because Obama delivered the greatest economy. You gotta be kidding me with that. What kind of bubble were you living? Even Black Americans tell you that it was the worst time to get a job for a Black American and for a Hispanic. And Obama was doing a recycling business with deported Mexicans as they were getting deported, and the private prisons are owned by leftist leaders. So he was working with these leftist leaders. I deport them, they come back. I deport them, they come back. It's exactly with children, the trafficking of children. It's amazing. And now we get a Mexican that is going over there and helping our people, and we crucify them. Why don't we read, damn it? Why don't we read? It's a lack of culture in our country. We don't read, we don't investigate before we criticize, before we talk behind a man's back. Proud moment. Right here, my moderator manager put a comment that is really important. When Trump gave $35 million to help survivors, some people said it was just because of the elections, but Trump has sought to elevate the fight against human trafficking since taking office, since day one. That is an accurate comment. Since day one, he put a wall. And he told everybody, we're going to stop this massive immigration trafficking of people that is going to be occurring, not to our country, but put an example to the world. I want to give thank yous to LD for its contribution of $15. Thank you so much. I really don't get why Mexican Americans don't open their eyes. Democrats pro-abortion. Even after 8 months, I'm proud of Eduardo and I stand by him. I'm going to tell you something. This is what happens, and I want to ask to all the Hispanics and all the paisanos, they have migrated to the United States. Remember when you were conservative in Mexico? We Mexicans is a conservative country, and we're conservative by nature. What happened? You jumped the fence, you crossed the wall, you entered to the United States, and now all of a sudden you want to step all over the American flag, the one that is feeding you, the one that is giving you to eat, the one that is giving you your capitalist phone, your capitalist car, your capitalist clothing, a capitalist life. Now you want to step all over this great nation that it has given you the opportunity to get a better life. And you send your dolaritos and you send your dollars to Mexico, right? To help your family. but you stepping all over the Constitution and all over the flag, and you're supporting Democrats that advocate for open borders, trafficking of children, and abortions to 9-month-old babies. When you were over here, you were not advocating for that. This is a problem with Mexicans, and I am a Mexican. We like to do, but we don't like people to do us. We like to do, as we are doing with crossing illegally, but when they were crossing illegally through these caravans, we were yelling, man. They're like, hey, what the hell you're doing, man? Come to the front door. And Americans in the other states, like, we're telling you exactly the same thing, brother. Can you do that, please? You've been doing it for hundreds of years. More than $198 billion in the year 2017 and 2018 were spent on irregular immigrants. More than $300 million Arizona spent on illegal immigrants in 2018. The per capita of income tax that is discounted for illegal immigrants in Arizona is the highest one. In Hidalgo, they're paying $40 per month. Amazing. But there's no problem. You're a racist to your own people. No, cabrón. We have a problem, and it needs to be fixed. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank you so much, LD. Thank you so much. Let me see. I jumped a lot of comments right here, and I don't want to miss some comments. So, dear Oscar Blue, I heard you mention that Javi B, dear Oscar Blue, I heard you mention that you were a Zapatista. I'm not. You're talking about past. No, I am. Do you know of a piece of treaty between Zapata and the U.S.? That was Pancho Villa. Amigo, and I don't respect that guy. I don't respect Pancho Villa because Pancho Villa did a lot of wrong in the borders of Chihuahua. He did a lot of wrong. Even Pancho Villa and Zapata were not agreeing in a lot of stuff. Zapata was not for the way that Pancho Villa was. And you can see him actually, a lot of historians that will tell you that he was really uncomfortable with Pancho Villa. The only thing that tied them together is that they were fighting to get all these, classist and crooked parasite politicians out of the government. So that was the only thing that had them like this, because they were fighting for the same purpose. But on ideals and also on values, completely different people. He was not agreeing with them at all. Nothing at all. Zapata's circle was really small. It was only his brothers, his cuñados, his uncles, and, the women around him, and a lot of people. But, when it comes to his close circle, it was only like 4 or 5 people. And it was not Pancho Villa, I will tell you that. So, the purpose of Zapata was to defend the indigenous and give them back their land to the poor. To the poor. The purpose of Zapata was not to destroy the United States, no. Or to have a fight with Texas like, Pancho Villa was having. No, the purpose of Zapata was the Mexico, el país de México. The purpose of Zapata was in his country to defend the land of an Nenecuilco, the lands of the Nenecuilco that it was stolen from him and stolen from his own people. He had to learn another language to read the papers of his land. He had to learn Nahuatl. And also, he had to go and learn law, because first Zapata, before fighting, we'll tell you this, before going as a rebel, I'm getting a little bit into it because I want to explain to you. Before Zapata started being a revolutionary and fighting with a rifle and fighting in combat, there was not a revolution of war first. No, Zapata went to school and he learned the language and he learned law. So he tried to fight legally first. He was a really smart young man, and he was trying to fight legally first. And after not winning legally, he said, hell with this. We need to fight like we need to fight. So we need to understand the purposes of two leaders. One of them was to, he was a leader to fight the classist people in our country, but also he caused a lot of damage to the other side of the country. And we don't know what war was going on between in the parts of Texas and Chihuahua, because a lot of the Mexican people say Texas was ours, California was ours, Utah was ours. Oh wow. Do you know how the country would be with those lands? Do you know what happened with Santana when he gave the land to the United States? Do we actually know what happened? Have we been suffering of those consequences? That has not affected my life. Really, it has not. It's affecting my life what the economy of the interior and the parasite politicians that are stealing from us, and they're not making our country great. That is affecting my life. The 9.8 million young minors that they don't have resources for education, the 1.9 million kids abandoned, the 50 million in poverty, the 60 million without medical care, the 28 million they are poor in critical condition. What is happening in Tapachula, Chiapas, in the mountains, that they're taking away their land to the indigenous. What is happening in Michoacan and Guerrero, the war against the cartel and the farmers, that they don't have money to support their families and to support their lives. What is happening in our city of Tijuana, that is the most violent city in the world, and we cannot control the cartel. That is affecting my life, the future of my kid. California, that it used to be ours, what happened in Chihuahua, with Texas, what happened in Utah that is used to be ours, that is not affecting my life. It has never affected my life. That happened years ago. That is not affecting my life. It's not a priority for my life. My priority for my life is this: my country gets their economy boosting with this socialist president that is not doing anything about it. He has -1. Get our economy boosting, get better jobs for our people, get our better infrastructure for a better life, get violence and delinquency down, and for God's sake, stop these terrorist cartel organizations. That is a priority for my life. Not what happened in California, not what happened in Texas, not what happened in Utah. That is way before I was born. It's exactly with like slavery, that they're complaining about, oh my God, my ancestors were in slavery and all this stuff. You are free. You're making a capitalist dollar. You live in a capitalist life. It's not affecting you. Live your life now, not in the past. It's more important to live your life now, not in the past. Don't forget about history. That is the foundation of a country. Don't forget about history. But with history, don't bring hate, because that is why wars never end. That is why, Israel has never ended a war with Palestine. That's why, the Germans have, never ended, a lot of discussions with a lot of countries, because history is twisted and they take history into their hatred. No, let's better ourselves and let's better history. We are for a positive world, not to be catch in a cage thinking about what it would have been if those lands were ours, of our country. Appreciate what the past people that fought for us have done, and what can we do for our kids. That's what we need to do. God bless you all. God bless every single one of you. Tomorrow I will be talking about a specific topic. I will do a really short video to talk about, and YouTube also, to talk about the enormous platforms that the United States government is taking away from technology and social media. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to contribute to my work. Thank you so much for joining. I'm Oscar Blue for Border Network News. Q&A, people. Q&A. Q&A for everybody that is watching. If you guys want to ask a question, I'm right here for you guys. Go ahead, guys. Good evening to everybody. There's a comment right here that I want to read. It says Obama is responsible. MCHDMC. It says Obama is responsible for starting the race war and selling off our country. A lot of it has to do with all the globalist leaders that you guys have had in the past. So it's not only Obama. Obama has a huge response. He has a huge blame. But all the globalist leaders that the United States has in the past, you have to be a little bit, uh, more meticulous about that. Obama, it was part of their plan. It was, he was put there for a particular reason. It was not because of his administration from there. No, it was the United States was going on a downfall since the Clintons, going a little bit on a downfall. Then, Obama administration was like it's in your face. We're doing it in your face. So, for me, is the most horrible president that the United States has had. There's no worse president than him. There's a comment right here by. There's a comment right here from GPT. It says, "Question, Oscar: How accurate are the tests? If not 100%, then why believe any?" Okay, the most accurate test that you can get. Remember what I told you about COVID. COVID has a lot of symptoms, but the most strong symptoms is the typical pneumonia, because the virus is composed of four, particles. That is, four infections. To be a little bit more accurate, COVID has malaria, has HIV, has influenza, and has a typical pneumonia. So when you have symptoms, the blood test is the less accurate. The cotton inside of your nose is one of the most accurate. But if you get an X-ray from a thorax, it would actually, tell you that if you're infected with a typical pneumonia. Now from there, they're going to take another blood test for you to see if you have antibodies or you don't, and if you have infected. From the thorax, they can actually describe if you have COVID or not. There's, a typical pneumonia is the most strongest one. There's why a lot of people are dying, because they can't breathe. So the bacteria goes inside right here in your trachea, and it goes down all the way to your lungs. That is how you can know exactly. They don't inform you this because they want you to go through all the process, money, exactly how they are, profiting, all the pharmaceutical companies. You do this test, you drink this pill, you do this, you do that. No, there's a way around that. So the X-ray of your thorax is one of the most accurate ones. There's another comment right here. Kurt Nichols says, Oscar, I don't see President Trump leaving unless it is a Democrat landslide. I know this election will be contested. What do you think? A lot of people were telling me when I started broadcasting for the caravans and all that stuff, it was in 2018. And I started telling everybody, you guys have the biggest and most difficult elections in history coming up in 2020. A lot of Republicans were really arrogant, and they were telling me, no, we're going to win by a landslide. This is going to be real easy. What are you talking about? Are you a Democrat plant? Are you this? Are you that? Like, why I have to lie, and why I had to kiss everybody, Republicans' butt to tell the truth? No, it was going to be one of the most difficult elections in history. I told you. And, and a lot of patriots from the United States of America were saying exactly the same thing. It's going to be really difficult. Look what has happened in the Russian collusion. Then after that, the Mueller report came in. And then after that, John Bolton, the book and the lies about John Bolton in the disgusting book. And then after the book of John Bolton, what came out? The impeachment. And then after the impeachment, COVID came in. And then after COVID, George Floyd came in. And then the racial war, and then blaming it all on him. And then after COVID, COVID came in, mailed-in ballots now they're trying to put in, because there's going to be a peak in August and November. And now Joe Biden is not going to do a campaign because of COVID. So he's going to make Trump look bad when he's doing his rallies, and they're going to try to do mail-in ballots in a lot of Democrat states. So is it going to be easy? No, it's not. Is Trump going to win? Hopefully, first thing's God. Yes, I believe that he's going to win, but it's not going to be easy. And a lot of it has to do with your responsibility as a United States citizen. You guys have to have a lot of responsibility with this. It's big. The responsibility with you guys is huge. You guys have to educate, got to watch, have to do a lot of things now, because it's the saving your country. It's saving your country. It's not just electing Trump. It's saving your country. It's bringing William Barr, Mike Pompeo, again for 4 more years. That those are the guys that they are saving the world right now and saving the United States country. It's a lot, has a lot to do with how you are educating your own people and what are you doing. If you're just sitting down, just saying, I'm just going to wait for the day that I can vote. No, don't wait for that day. Wait and get out there and start reading, start spreading the word, start teaching, and start defending your country. These are the last 4 months for you to save your liberty and your freedom. Believe me, if the one first thing that Joe Biden, God forbid, man, I don't want to say it, but Joe Biden wins, God forbid, globalization is going to be in your country. Open borders, globalist compact of immigration, globalist compact of the environment, globalist compact of education, China totally taking over your economy, and that is it. A downfall. That is it. So this is the time for you guys to go out there and fight. Another comment right here. Susan Portillo being more accurate about, American presidential history since they assassinated JFK, all NWO globalists, even Reagan. Reagan was one of the greatest presidents, but he was part of it. But I will tell you that I think that he was forced to say a lot of things to avoid wars. So, I'm in the limbo of agreeing. But yes, you have, a lot of sense. Let's see right here. I'm sorry if the comments are going a little bit down. Quick. Another comment. Thank you so much, Suzette. Suzette Patillo. Suzette Patillo. There's another comment right here by Annan Wymus. I watched something saying that 99% of people will get a symptom of fever. So don't get tested until you have a fever. Otherwise, you're bringing down the system. No, don't do that. I will recommend you this. Symptoms don't mean that you got COVID. No. Don't be part of that graphic. That 4 million graphic that they're saying that those are the 4 million that they're infected. Nobody's talking about the graphic that they're asymptomatics. If you got a symptom, your head hurts consistently and your eyes are hurting. Treat it with what it needs to be treated, not as a COVID infection. Treat it as what it needs to be treated. And do exercise, eat healthy, and start building your immune system. Get, vitamins, get vitamin E, vitamin D. But when you get the atypical pneumonia, that is when you need to be worried about. If you get that first symptom, I'm running out of air, you need to get an oximeter that reads your breathing. If you're down to less than 94, you're in 93 on the breathing rate, and you're 93, you got a problem. And you're less than 90, you need to go to the hospital. Go do an x-ray and get your thorax exam. That is when we're possibly knowing that you got now COVID. But if you got a headache, if you got this, if you got that, even Trump said, stop, prevent yourself from going to the hospital and getting an infection of getting COVID because you're asymptomatic. So probably another person has the atypical pneumonia and he doesn't know it and he's talking to you, blah, 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 and you're getting it. So treat it as it needs to be treated. A lot of people are scaring that if you got symptoms, you need to, aisle yourself or, aislarse. you need to quarantine yourself for 15 days. What you need to do is take care of that symptom immediately, what it is. But when it's a typical pneumonia, watch out. Let's see another comment right here. Hello to Miss Mary Tando Quintanilla. Send you a huge hug to San Diego, California. Hi, Miss Mary Tando. Joanne Tunian Michaels, Miss Joanne. I worked with a lot of black women when Obama was running for president. They voted for him because he was black. And it was one of the biggest mistakes for their community. It's just a logical question. What did Obama did for his own city of Chicago? When in his administration, Chicago was one of the most violent cities in probably the world. It was on the top 10. Go search it on Google. You will see what he did for his city. Crime rate didn't go down, and jobs didn't go up, and infrastructure in Chicago was exactly was the worst. So yes, I agree with you, Miss Joanne Michaels. I'm going slowly because I don't want to messed up. Miss Patty Borja, another contribution for $1.99. Thank you so much. God bless you, Miss Patty Borja. Let me see. Super chat is on the bottom for people that want to donate and contribute to my work. Thank you so much. Another question right here. This is a comment. Sunia Zenai. Hope that I it's no disrespect to your last name, but I hope that I pronounce it well. Blue, if you get a chance, go watch X22 Report. He's very, very good. I don't know who X22 is, but I will search it. And thank you so much for your suggestion. Let me see right here. I don't want to... I want to, I want to read every single comment, so that's why I'm going back. I'm going back up. So, okay. This is MCHDMC. This is why America is obese. So many diseases and cancers because of the crap that we're putting in our food to buy. You're absolutely right. This is why we have to build a better immune system. And if we have a healthier life and if we eat healthy and we vitamin ourselves, we can digest the virus and throw it all out. When you go out in the United States, I lived in the United States back in 2003, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I was like 5 years that I lived in the United States, something like that effect. And when I was living over there, I lived in an area that you go out on the neighborhood, and there was a Carl's Jr., a Jack in the Box, a burrito stand, and there was donuts on the other side of the corner. So what are they telling you? Eat healthy. I'm hungry. I want something quick. What are they telling you? So the problem is that the United States has admitted and has also complied and also kneeled down to fast food restaurants and all this really dirty and unhealthy food. So it's part of the problem. You guys have the power to fix it. It also brings a lot of boost to the economy, but when is enough? When it's enough? There's another comment right here that says, I'm sorry. Kurt Nichols says, what do you think will happen if the election is contested for more than 3 weeks, Oscar? If the election is contested for more than 3 weeks, you're talking about if the election is postponed or something like that? Because I heard something like that. You're talking about that? I don't, if you're talking about that, just say yes so I can, Rain, thank you so much for your contribution. Keep up the great work, Oscar. You're opening people's eyes. Thank you so much. God bless you. And say hello to Jason. Tell him that I love him. Next, Marine. God bless you for your service, Jason, and for serving the United States of America, the greatest country in the world. Hoorah, you Marine. Marine, good-looking guy, you. No, the delay results. No, the results delayed due to mail-in voting. There's a lot of corruption that is going to occur in these elections. This is one of the reasons why Democrats were really mad of the statements of Donald Trump that he said the other day that if he would have lost the elections, what the statements that he was going to make. And he said, I'm not going to accept the fact that I lost, because right now we have all this corruption that is occurring in our country, and I know that I'm going to be cheated on. It's like the enormous difference of elections that it was happening with the Hillary. More than 2 million votes was the difference, but the Electoral College, thank God for the Electoral College that came in and said, no, this is the way it is. So Donald Trump knows that he has the Electoral College, but right now there's a lot of things that are going to happen. So what do I think if it gets pushed because of mail-in voting? This is a solution for the United States of America, and it has not been done. And I don't know why. It's a first-class world country. I don't see the logic. Why are they taking so long? In Mexico is a third world class country, and we have a voter ID that is registered into a department. That department knows your address and knows what county you can vote, and if you're eligible to vote or not, because you have to be older than 18 to vote, and they don't have that in the United States of America. And it is absolutely crazy that you don't have that. It is crazy. How come the United States of America doesn't have voter ID? It is a first-class world country. You need a voter ID that says, I am a U.S. citizen. I can vote. I was born in the United States of America right here. Let me check. The system says that ID is false. You're out. Arrest this man. It's amazing. They don't have it. It's embarrassing. And a lot of voter fraud is going to be done in these elections. And it's sad. Sad. So what I think, a lot of things are going to happen. Not only that, I think a lot of things are going to happen, and it's going to get real dirty. And this is why I'm saying it's on the responsibility of you guys to do this. Thank you so much, Miss Teresa Callis, for your $20 contribution. Keep up the great work. God bless you, Miss Teresa Callis. Super chat is on the bottom for people to want to contribute and donate to my work. Thank God. God bless you. Every single one of you. Thank you so much, Miss Teresa. Nice seeing you over here. Right here, another comment from Zet Patillo says, paper ballot, voter ID, middle finger to the damn cheats. There's a lot of things that they're going to be. This is ridiculous. Why the United States doesn't have a voter ID? I have a voter ID. I have a voter ID. What the hell? You need to have it. If the police over here, if you're walking outside of the street, and if you don't have that ID that shows that you have an address, they will tell you why you're not carrying an ID. What are you hiding? We cannot check, your history without knowing that your ID. It has a lot to do. It's not controlled. It's just amazingly, this has to be done in the United States of America. I don't understand why it's not done. That needs to change. Somebody needs to put order on that for all these voter fraud to end. Thank you so much to Ms. Jan Orlinga. God bless your heart. Everything is going to be okay, Ms. Jan Orlinga. To all the people I will direct this message to all the people that they are, and not specifically, talking about Miss Janet Linga, God bless her heart. But I want to say something to all the people that they are, in a way, not afraid, but concerned. Concerned of what is happening. People on the third age, people on the 60s, 70s, and going on 80s. They are concerned about everything that is happening in the world. I will tell you something. You have a long and beautiful life to live. Yet, a lot of things are going to change that you guys, when I was not even born, you guys saw. A lot of things are changing. The world is changing. You guys have seen so many changes in the world. But I will tell you something. You have provided so much to this world. You have provided to a better economy. You provided as a beautiful citizen. You are part of history. You are part of fixing problems that they were done in your eras that you were. You have done so much for the beautiful country of the United States of America, or for whatever country you're from. You are part of a beautiful, beautiful time. Now things are changing. And things are changing that is changing, and you are going to be part of that change. A change that you can help with your knowledge, with everything that you know about life. The people that they are in the third age, 60, 70, and 80, I love to sit down with them, man, and talk, because they teach you so much in like this. So much they teach you. So you have that key to help now the world. You have the key of knowledge, the most important key. That is the key of knowledge. That is the most important factor. That is the one that they're trying to take away from the human being. Education, knowledge, history. You have it. Protect it. Take it. Don't let them take it away from you. And give it and start spreading it. Start writing. Start saying what your heart feels. But take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Because they're not after only the third age people. No. They're after humanity. Humanity. They are after every single one of us. They are after child trafficking, the enormous child trafficking that is occurring. They are after migrants, globalists using migrants for their agenda. They're after the new kids so they can implement and indoctrinize all these socialist and communist ideologies and burn cities and burn businesses and burn statues. They're after the working class, the most strongest working class that is between the 30s and the 50s, making them go to their house, giving them a stimulus check. And they're after the third age people, canceling them to go out, social distance, so they will not have contact with another human being so they can spread their knowledge. They are after every single one of us. It's the time to have the courage to not let them take away that from us. You've been so courageous in the 70s and 80s and 90s. Some of you in the 60s. You were so courageous back then. Where did that go? Did it went away? No, still there. You have it in your gut and in your heart. But now you got all of this right here in your mind that I need that knowledge. I'm 39. I need your knowledge. Give it to me. Because with your knowledge, I can help people and I can spread it. Educate me. Help me. All the knowledge that all the people from the third age have, I want it. I'm one of those not too young guys that want it. I really want your knowledge. I want to take it. And I want to spread it all over. Plaster it all over. Because that's what you are. You are a really important key for life. You are a magnificent, dangerous human being to these leftists, globalists, and demonic communist people. That's what you are. So it is your time to wake up again. Say, I'm not going to let these people push me, bully me, silence me. Do as you want. Talk to your children and grandchildren. Tell them a little bit of what's going on. Talk to your friends. Talk to your family members, to your neighbors. And start spreading what you know, what you've been in life. It's one of the most beautiful things in life that God has given us, that is knowledge. Knowledge is one of the most beautiful things that is given to us, that is knowledge. God bless you all. Joanne Michael says, I like when they make jokes. I didn't realize that I was old till I am told that I'm elderly. I still don't know. When they call you a señor in the store or señora, a lot of people hate that they call them señora. So I will answer your question in a few seconds, Kurt. A lot of kids, they're playing outside in the street. Over here, they practice a lot that they play soccer in the street. So when the ball is thrown and you're walking that way, they tell you, hey, señor, hey, mister, can you pass me the ball? And that's when you realize, like, man, this kid just killed me in just 1 second. Oh, my God. Kurt Nichols says, Oscar, do you see what they're doing to our churches in California now? I have not seen that, and I will love to see it. If you have information about that, with all appreciation, I will take it, and I will talk about it later on. So thank you. Snap City says, you're exactly right when they called me sir. That hurts. It's a part of life. It's a part of life, but it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to adjust that term. Señor, like, hey, when they call you don, that is don, as a term of hey, a knowledgeable guy, in their 50s, 60s, 70s, they called you don. Hopefully God will provide me with more years so we can, one day kids will call me don, and Don Oscar. So it's just a terminology. It comes with age. I have told every single one of you guys, age is just a number. It's not that you're old. No, it's that you're full with life and knowledge that a lot of people want from you. So value that. That's one of the most beautiful things. Comments or questions for everybody before I go? It's almost 4:15. Oh no, it's 5:15. What the hell? I've been here for a little while. Thank you so much. Contribution from Mary Tando Quintanilla. I want to tell you something, Mary. This says, I don't bring, personal situations into my programs. You know how I am. I'm really stigmatic with that kind of stuff. But I want to tell you something. You are a really courageous woman. Man, I have seen so many women, how they have taken their family care of. And you're one of them. You're one of those that wears the pants in the house. And I want to tell you that that you are a really courageous woman that has a big heart. Don't let nobody take that away from you. Nobody. Because that is what makes you a difference of a woman, in society. So you're really important for your family, for your friends. But always remember that you have that on your blood. That's on your bloodline. So congratulations for being that lady to all of us. You know, God bless you, Ms. Mary Tendo. Thank you for your time, Oscar. Says Kurt Nichols right here. No, it was a pleasure talking to you guys. I want to give you guys. I want to ask you guys for a favor. Can you guys do me a favor? Can you guys do me a favor? I want you guys to go to the YouTube channel of my partner, Conservative Anthony, and you can subscribe to his YouTube channel, please. Subscribe to my partner's YouTube channel, Conservative Anthony, and go over there. He has a lot of content. He has a lot of content in his platform. Go watch over there some videos of Conservative Anthony. Subscribe to his channel, please, in YouTube, and hopefully, you guys go over there and subscribe to his channel. Also, follow his 20 million page in Facebook. He has more than almost 120,000 followers. Man, his page is growing enormously. Our pages are growing. It's thanks to you guys. Thanks to every single one of you. You guys, you guys have made us who we are, and we're growing together. So thank you. Our page is almost at 40,000 followers in Facebook, and I want to thank every single one of you. Thank you, every single one of you. We have, maintained to work, although these attacks and this harassment and stalking that is occurring right now, it doesn't move me off track. It promotes me more, and in a way, it motivates me to do a lot of things. So we don't fall into the feminist and Me Too tactics they are using. As I have said, when a conservative guy or independent guy defends himself against a woman, it's portrayed under society wrongly. So they use that. So we have to be real careful with that and maintain ourselves to work only, and dedicated to work. And to inform people and to report and to maintain ourselves professionally as we have done all this time. God bless you, every single one of you. Thank you so much. God bless my moderators and my manager. Thank you so much. Follow my partner, Conservative Anthony, in his platform and Facebook, and also subscribe to his channel on YouTube. You can subscribe to my channel right here at YouTube. And also, you can follow my page at Facebook as Oscar Blue. God bless you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great Saturday. Go over there, drink some wine, have some few laughs, enjoy your time and enjoy your life. Every minute and every second of your life counts. So enjoy it, laugh, and do as much as you can. Stay safe, and always remember peace and love, everybody, because always your country's first.